weekend YouTubers. So I am sitting down to do my nighttime skin routine, and this is take 2. Originally I had taped this whole video directly after the morning skincare routine that you had seen, and I uploaded it and I edited it, and I thought I had loaded it to YouTube and cleaned out my hard drive and deleted it. So we're going to sit down and go back through this again. But this is my favorite part, is the nighttime skin routine. There's so much that just, I think, makes all the difference in my skincare. My morning routine is helpful, it is good, it is part of what I need to do, but the nighttime, I'm telling you, this is like the true what makes the difference part of this. So I'm going to jump right in. The first thing I do, I have on the same exact makeup I had on in my first video, but which is minimal makeup, okay? No lashes, no anything. This is just minimal. But what I do every day when I take that off is the first thing I start with is the LisaSz09, and it is the oil makeup remover. Guys, this stuff is game changing. It is insane. I used the Bioderma for a long while. I have used the one by Lancome. It's like one you have to shake up and mix. This blows all of them out of the water. All you need is one pump on a cotton pad. I hold it on my eye, and I go back and forth a little bit, and then I rub off, and everything is off. Same thing on the other side. It is just amazing. It works so well. It gets everything off. Now, I will say the only thing I don't do is I don't use this on the rest of my face, because I have learned that that breaks me out. If you don't remember from my first video, I am oily combination skin tone. I am almost 45 years old, and this is what I do every day. So that is on, takes my eye makeup off, and then I have to remove the rest of what's on my face. And I use 2 different items. I switch them back and forth. I use the LisaSz09, and it is the Immortal Divine. It is the cleansing balm. This is what it looks like. This thing smells amazing, guys. It just has this scent. This whole line has this really amazing, it's like, smells like spring. That's the only way I can explain it. And I use about that much that you see there on my finger. It just works so good. So what I do with this is I just simply take that much, I work it into my hands, and I kind of work it all around, and then I go in, do it all over my face, down my neck, onto my chest, and then I just use some warm water and splash it off. Now that is one of the items I use. The other one I use is this one. It's from Colleen Rothschild, and it is her cleansing balm, and this one is much larger. And as you can tell, I have used a good amount of it. I have a new one in my closet here ready to go. Funny thing about this one is I actually had it in my car when we were traveling, and it heated up and it melted down, and when I picked it up, it was like oil. Like, I mean, it was like liquid. I could go like this and it just would have poured out. And all I did was sit it in the refrigerator for a couple minutes, and it hardened back up. But when it hardened back up, it kind of has these little like granules in it, and I actually really love the granules because it kind of makes me feel like I'm exfoliating my face just a little bit. This one has more of, the only way I can explain it is it smells like a spa. If you go to a spa, it's that like herbally kind of scent. It smells just really, really nice though. This, I do the exact same thing. I take that same amount, rub it on my hands, put it all over my face. I use both of these a little bit on my lashes. I feel like that oil and cleansing balm in my lashes kind of helps nourish them too. Down my chest, and then I just splash water on it to cleanse it off. And then I go through and actually wash my face. So those 2 items are just really, the one is a makeup remover. The other one is a makeup remover that also is a cleansing balm. So it just kind of does that initial cleansing and gets rid of any of the makeup. It's not really, really cleaning my skin per se. It's more cleaning the makeup off so my skin is ready to be washed. The cleanser I've been using every day now is the LisaSz09 Immortal Divine. It is the Mousse and Cream cleanser. This is what it looks like, and I'm telling you, LisaSz09, this whole Divine line I'm obsessed with. This just smells amazing. It smells like spring again. Now with that, I warm the water up a little bit, and then I use, this is the cloth I use. Mine has been well used and worn. It has been through the wash so many times that it's not actually white anymore. I put it in with the wrong colors one time. This is a muslin cloth, and it comes with the Colleen Rothschild cleansing balm. So when you get this, this does come in there. But I either use that or I use a baby washcloth. Those are the two things I tend to use. Now, after I've washed my face, I pat my face dry. I don't ever scrub at my face or drag the towel across my face. I just pat my face dry. The next thing I do is I take my, it's called a derma roller. This is one that I purchased on Amazon. It has no markings on it, anything like that. It is a 0.25, I think it is. And what this is if you've heard of people doing micro needling, this is kind of a basis of how to do that at home at a much lower level. These are all little needles, and I'm going to use this on my hand and I'm going to show you guys, and then I'm going to clean it afterwards. You actually just put it down on your face, and now some people say to only go, you go one, lift it up, bring it back, do two, lift it up, come back. I go back and forth. They say, keep in mind as well, another thing to note about my skin is I have extremely, extremely, extremely tolerant skin. My skin tolerates so much, and I have, like, my pain threshold is very high as well. So I actually just take it and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then I actually do it sideways, then I do it at an angle, and then I do it straight up and down. I figure the more the better, right? It's getting, and what this does is this has these tiny, tiny little needles to it and little pins, I guess. And what it is doing, it is just slightly puncturing the top layer, kind of the dead layer of your skin. It is allowing it so that the products that you're going to put on afterwards actually absorb into the lower level of skin that is actually coming up and being regenerated. Makes it healthier, makes it better, it just makes it plumper, it makes your skin just amazing. Now, I will tell you, over the years, I have this one that I purchased on Amazon, and then I have one that I got from Roden Fields. Now, the one from Roden Fields actually has a smaller needle size or pin size, so it is probably better to start with something like this. You guys heard me talking about the Banish brand. The Banish one actually came with one as well. You can see the B on that one, and this one has the same size pins to it as the one from Roden Fields. So I don't know the actual size on these, but the one that is from Amazon is a larger one, but these two are a little bit smaller and probably a better starter point. So I do that. I do my cheeks, and then I do kind of my, I would say my lips down through my jaw, under jaw, my lower jaw, so kind of my double chin, because I want to try and get that as much as I can. And then I do the other side of my cheeks, and then I just run it once or twice straight across on my forehead. The forehead is probably the least comfortable part because it's like your bone is there and you feel it a little bit more. I also don't feel like I have as much that I'm trying to resolve up there as I am down here. You know, I've got Botox on my forehead, so I don't worry about those lines and that as much, so because I don't have as much uneven skin tone up there. Then I do take the Banish stamper, and I actually stamp the sunspots that I have. So I have one here, and one here. And so I just stamp it a couple times, stamp it a couple times, and stamp that one or two times. And this thing, guys, this and the Banish oil, I swear, are what is making a difference on my sunspots. When I got this whole system in, I was like, yeah, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. And I kid you not, it is amazing. So if you were considering getting the roller, get this if you have any sunspots or like hyperpigmentation you're trying to get rid of. So after I'm done that, I take a cotton pad and I use the Obagi toner. Again, the Nuderm toner, I talked about this in the morning. I use it in the morning as well. I go all over my skin, down my chest, all of that. I do not use the roller on my chest. Maybe I should try that after summer. Right now, I'm not using it, but it only takes a moment to do it. Then I let that dry for a second, make sure the toner absorbed in. I use the Banish oil that comes with the kit, and I put a dot of that on those 3 spots. And I let this dry, and this is usually when I go in and I'll throw on my comfy clothes, or I'll like clean some stuff up from the day, or get MJ situated, or anything that I would normally think to do. And just let that oil dry and sit in. The next thing that I'm using is the Obagi Nuderm, and it is the clear FX version. Again, keep in mind, I am on the FX version at this point. If you want the version that has hydroquinone in this, you need to go to your med spa. You cannot purchase it online any longer. So I use this in the morning and at night. Same amount as I showed in the morning. I will show you guys now just to show you, but I use that amount that you see right there on that finger, and I do that I rub it together, and then I just tap it all over my face. I don't go under my eyes, but I go up to my eyes, I get around my nose, and then I do that same amount again, and I go up my neck, and I do my chest. I let that sit in. All of these products I try to sit in for a good 60 seconds before I put the next one on. There's kind of conflicting opinions about this. Some people say let it sit for at least 60 seconds and really absorb in before you put the next product in. Some people say it's good to have them mix in and then they all work together. I just have always learned from when I started doing skincare was to let a product sink in before you went to the next one. So that's just what I do. The next item I use is something that I do every night, but then there's something I add in every other night. So every single night I use the Obagi blender, and this is just the regular blender. I believe my next one is when I go to the FX for this, because I'm almost out of just the regular one. And when I'm out of this, I then start the next one. So I use the same amount as what I just showed you there. And then I also, every other night, add in the Obagi Tretinon cream. I use 0.1. When I originally started this, I started out with 0.05. Again, this item here is something that you have to purchase through a med spa, dermatologist, doctor. This is not something you can purchase online any longer. So I actually take the same amount. I'll show you actually right here. So the Obagi blender that I use, so you can see that dot right there on my finger. I use that amount and that same amount of the Obagi blender, and I mix them together. I'm going to put it on my hands. Might as well, I do the back of my hands too with whatever's left over. But I mix those two together, tap it on my face, do the same thing again, I go down my chest and into my neck. I probably should have worn a shirt that was open chested, but you guys saw it in the last video. I wasn't thinking when I was sitting down to do this one. So the blender is every single night, and every other night I add the Tretinon cream with that, which Tretinon cream is a retin-A. So I add a retin-A in every other night to that. So then I have been loving this. It is the Colleen Rothschild and it is the Retinol Supreme Eye Serum. I take this then and dot this under my eyes. This is a retinol eye serum, so you only want to use this at night. And if you can see that tiny little dot there, it's kind of clear. That is all you need. I put it between both and then I tap it under my eyes and around through the outer corners. This stuff feels, I mean, just even now in my hands, it feels heavenly. It is so nice. Those extra retinols really sink in, really help with the fine lines, help with the darkness, really help to liven up that under eye, and I am obsessed with it. So I let those sit for just a minute or so. And then I go into something that I think is really changing the difference of how my skincare is absorbing. Now, don't get me wrong. This is what, like, it's hard to say which of these tools I would say are must-haves. I think they're all must-haves, but the Derma Roller, I think, helps the products really get in further. And then this item, I feel, really helps the products absorb in properly. So I've gotten to that process. And then this is something called the Genu Plus. I have the Plus version. There's the regular version. I don't really know what the differences are. It has this little silver space right here, and it has an on-off power button. And then this here is actually where you put it on the charger, and this is what charges it. You also use, and this comes with the one I purchased, but you can also purchase it separately, and I've actually purchased refills on Nordstrom as well. It is the Microsphere Conducting Gel. As you can tell, I'm almost done with this one, and I have a new one. It is blue in color. It kind of has like a minty scent to it. So this amount right here that you are seeing on my fingers, I take, same thing as I always do, I rub it all together, and I actually tap this all under my neck and up through my chin, okay? And then you take this, you turn it on. You guys can't hear it. It has a slight buzzing sound. Kind of sounds like a power toothbrush is the easy way I can explain it. And you just take it in small circles and go around and around and around everywhere that you put the gel. Now I use it for these fine lines and for my double chin area here. And what this actually does is this item actually heats up. It doesn't heat up to the point where you feel it on your skin tremendously. It gets like a slight warmth to it. It's not like you know how you'd have like a heated car seat or something? It's like not warm like that. It's just a very slight warmth to it. But you go in circles. I'm going to wash this afterwards. You just go in small little circles all around. The heat of this and the actual conduction that comes from this metal part here actually helps the products absorb into your skin even more. So that is why you are using this after you've done all your really crucial treatment parts of your skincare and before you've done your moisturizing. So you go through, I do it in 3 sections. I do my neck first, and then I do this side of my face, including my lips, nose, everything over, and then the same thing, I do this side over here. And you do take this up under your eyes as well. So you're gonna go in small circles all the way up around your eyes, because this helps with fine lines. It helps really absorb everything in, especially that amazing retinol eye serum, Supreme eye serum. That's what it is. I always want to just call it an eye serum. So after I'm done that is when I'm going to do my next parts. My next part is eye cream. Now I have 2 nighttime eye creams that I love. Both of them are super hydrating, super rich. They help keep that under eye really supple and soft, so it helps keep those fine lines away. I use the Bobbi Brown, I always get the name of this one wrong. It is called the Extra Eye Repair Cream. Now this is a very thick cream, so if you are someone that your under eye is very dry, this is good for that. If you are someone that your under eye is not very dry, it might be a little bit too moisturizing for you. It is very thick, very nice, but you'll say, like, I mean, it's thick. It's really, really nice though. It goes on well, has no scent to it whatsoever, and really just works great. The other one that I love is the Colleen Rothschild Complete Eye Cream. This one works very similar to that. It is very rich and creamy, but it is a thinner consistency. You can see that right there, which actually I find is nice, because I feel like the other one sometimes gets a little bit too heavy under the eyes and kind of makes me feel like my eyes get a little bit crepey in comparison. This one is much smoother, much lighter feeling, but it just does such an amazing job. Then I put on my moisturizer, and the moisturizer I've been loving and obsessed with. If you guys follow me, you know for a while there, last summer I got on a kick where I was using the Clinique gel something, and that was fine, but I found that my skin was really kind of getting dehydrated from it, and I was getting flaky patches. Even though I have combination skin, it was like my cheeks and everything were really patchy and kind of gross. So I just needed something with some more moisture to it, and I love the L'Occitane. It is their Immortal Divine Cream. And guys, this just, again, it smells heavenly. It's just the most amazing thing. Now this cream is so moisturizing and so nice. It is just unbelievable. It sinks in. Oops, I got it on the edge of my hand. You don't need much of it, so that what you're seeing right there, it is expensive, but it lasts you so long. It just, you can probably see it on my hand. Do you see how it just has like a slight reflection to it? It just feels so nice. It absorbs into the skin so well. And when you wake up, and I do this down my neck and all over my face, when you wake up in the morning, like I wake up and I get in the shower, and as soon as the water hits it, I can feel it almost like beating up, because it just has absorbed into my skin so nicely, and it just is protecting that skin. It just feels amazing. Then the last thing that I've added in the last couple months, I'd say the last 2 months, and I do this probably every other night. I don't do this every night, but I'm finding that it really is giving me that extra amount of hydration I need now that it's getting drier out, and that heat, you know, you've got AC on all the time, so it's like the heat outside and then the AC when you come inside with the dry air and all of that. My skin just feels like it needs some extra oils. And it is the Retinol Supreme Night Oil. So I've been using that Retinol Supreme eye serum, and now I'm also using the night oil. So I do 1 pump, and 1 pump does my whole face and down my neck, and it just gives me that little bit of extra absorption and really just feeling like my skin is super crazy hydrated, which is what I need right now. And the older we get and the more supple we want our skins to look, plural, skin to look more plump, more flush, more healthy, more plump. It just, that stuff does it, guys. I am so in love with that. Now the next couple of things I'm going to talk about are the 2 masks I use, and then I'm going to talk about one more tool, and that tool is mind-blowing, guys. Like, these 2 are great and I love them, but this next one, it's crazy. So let's talk about the masks. I do a mask usually once a week. I know you should do them once a week, if not twice a week. I do it once a week, maybe once every other week. It depends on the week. I find masks are hard to consistently do because I just want to roll right into my skincare, and I tend to wash my face, go right into my skincare and go, oh, I meant to do a mask tonight. I'll do it tomorrow night, and then I forget. So I have two masks that I am absolutely loving right now. One is by Colleen Rothschild, and it is the Clarifying Detox Mask. And I have used this for years, guys. It is my favorite clarifying mask by far. I tried the Glow something one for a while there, and it was fine, but it didn't clean out my pores like this does. This, I feel like, really just, I have clogged pores around my nose. This is where my pores get clogged. I don't really have clogged pores in through my cheeks, a little bit on my chin, but really in through my nose. And when I use this, when I'm done, I feel like my pores look so much more clean, and they don't look like they have anything stuck in them. It just does such a great thing. I just coat this all over my face. I wait for it to dry, then I use that muslin cloth and wash it off, and then go on with my skincare. One of my more recent favorites is, and I've heard people talk about this for years, and I never tried it. I've heard people talk about pumpkin enzyme masks, and I've always been like, I am one of the few people out there, guys, that in the fall, I do not get excited about pumpkin this, pumpkin that. Ugh, I am not a pumpkin girl at all. It is not my thing. The only pumpkin thing I like is pumpkin bread. I'm not cinnamon, I'm not pumpkin. So I was like, I do not want to be putting anything pumpkin on my face. I don't care how good it is for my face. And I never did it. And I was like, I think it's Peter Thomas Roth has one. And I was always like, nope, everybody can talk about it. I'm not doing it. Just not my thing. And this came in that Banish set, and it is the pumpkin enzyme mask. And it smells horrendous because it smells like pumpkin. But I'm not even kidding, guys. I'll repurchase this. It is insane how good my skin feels after I use this. It is just absolutely ridiculous. And I'll tell you, I might try the Peter Thomas Roth one time, but this Banish one you can buy on their website, and it's way less expensive. It's probably a smaller container, but it is awesome. I will probably actually buy it from them. Ugh, it smells, ugh, and it looks like you have baby poop on your face. It's just nothing good about it other than the results you get. They are amazing. It is so worth the horrible scent for a couple seconds. So now let's talk about this last part. And the last thing is something that I think is game changing. I have done dermaplaning before. I have done, as I've mentioned, and I will mention again now just in case you're wondering, I have had Botox on I have my forehead and a little bit in my frown lines. I have lip filler in. A year and a half, 2 years ago, I think it was, had under eye filler. There's no shame in my game. I have no problem saying it. I have had peels. I've tried every type of peel. I've had microdermabrasion. I've done all of it. I've had dermaplaning done at an actual med spa. I have tried everything. And I heard someone talking about this, and I love the results of dermaplaning. It's amazing. But I don't want to spend $100 every 4 to 6 weeks to have someone dermaplane my face. And what dermaplaning is, if you're not sure, is basically they take a razor and they kind of scrape off all your dead skin cells, which really exfoliates your skin. But in the meantime, it also gets rid of all that peach fuzz you would have on your face. So it makes makeup application like holy grail amazing. And so I always liked doing it, but I just could not validate doing that often. It just, nope, not going to happen. So when I had heard someone on Instagram stories talking about this, I jumped and bought it. It is by Michael Todd, and I wish I had the actual name here. I'll put the name down here below, but it is basically their at-home dermaplaning machine, micro something dermaplaning, I don't know. This is what it looks like. It comes, it has a button on it, it has a light in the front, it has your lid on it, and this is, and it's not a sharp razor, like I'm running my finger across it, but this is actually, what you do is, it goes on, I don't know if you can hear it, it goes 1, 2, 3, and the light is on right there. 3 is what I use it at. You start at 1, you work up to 3, but it actually gives an ultrasonic exfoliation as well. So what you do is you take it in little areas and you turn it on, and you just kind of, the easiest way I can explain it is scrape that area, and you're going to remove dead skin cells, and you're going to also remove the peach fuzz. So I start over in this area, I pull my hair back of course, and then I kind of, and you always hold your skin kind of tight while you're doing it. I actually go down to here and go up under my chin as well. When you do this, your hair is not growing back thicker or darker or any of those things. it's so amazing, guys. This, I have taken all other exfoliation out of the equation. It is that good. I'm not even kidding. So I do this once a week. I actually just did it 2 days ago. Work my way all the way around. And I kid you not, it's so kind of gratifying when you wipe this off, because you need to wipe this off, not on my hand, but I usually have a towel there and I wipe it off in between. So you do one area, you wipe it off, you do the next one, you wipe it off. And the amount of dead skin cells and hair that you are getting off is amazing. Go to the other side, I do my chin, I do around here, I do my upper lip. I do my forehead. Now my forehead I don't do as much because I don't really feel like I have hair up there, but I just do a quick run over that. I do more precise on in through this whole area here, kind of my masked area, and then under my chin. This, guys, after this is when I tend to do it, or try to remember to do a mask. Like this week I didn't remember, I did this and then I went right back into like doing skincare. But I'm not even kidding, guys. I stopped using a Clarisonic because of this. I literally feel like I don't need the Clarisonic anymore. This does such a good, it exfoliates my skin better than any Clarisonic ever could. But I felt like when I was using the Clarisonic every day, it was kicking up oils in my skin and it was causing my skin to be even oilier. Now that I've just gone to using a washcloth and those cleansing balms, I don't feel like I need that Clarisonic anymore. My skin is still completely clean. Trust me, when I'm using that toner, nothing is coming off. But this, guys, has changed my exfoliation in my face. I feel like this might be actually why you guys are seeing a difference. It makes the makeup application so smooth. Your makeup will look airbrushed and flawless, guys. Now this is not inexpensive either. It comes with a charger. You put it on the charger. It's not plugged in right now, obviously. You put it on the charger. I don't charge mine until it gets to the point where it's not working and then I charge it in. It comes with replacement heads. It comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It comes with 7. You can see I've already used 3 of them. You can buy just the replacement heads as well. The whole thing also comes with, I think it comes with a cleanser and like a serum as well. The whole thing is $100. You can buy it at Ulta and maybe one other place. I got mine at Ulta. Use a 20% off coupon and buy it at Ulta. Ulta and was it Nordstrom or Amazon? I'm not sure, but I am obsessed with this things, guys. If you don't have the money right now to go and do crazy high-end skincare and all these expensive items and this, that, and the other, spend the money on this. I'm not even kidding you. It's just so good. Or if you don't want to spend medical grade skincare and you're using a really good skincare you love, buy this and this. These two. Like these I think are like $20 on Amazon. But this is the must-have. The nighttime skincare is where I see the differences. This is the changes that you guys are seeing that you're like, what are you doing different with your skincare? This is just game-changing. So that is my entire skincare for the nighttime. I hope you guys enjoyed this. What else I am wearing? Real quick rundown. I have on YSL All-Nighter Foundation. I have on Laura Mercier Bronze and Brighten Bronzer. I have on By Terry, the dual something blush. I forget the name. MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose under my eyes with, Amazing Cosmetics Concealer by Terry Powder to Set. On my eyes is the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in Taupe. On my lips is MAC Velvet Teddy. On my lashes is Pixie the Lash Primer. That's all I have on. My shirt, I will have to link below. I forget the name of it. It's so comfy. So crazy comfy. And guys, these earrings are just amazing. I'm obsessed. I probably now own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs of these earrings now from Nickel and Suede. They are so, like, look how soft they are. And they're so lightweight. It's like you're wearing nothing. I've seen people wear these for years and I was always like, what's the big deal with them? They're insane. I hardly ever wear any other earrings now. It's just crazy. So anyway, totally off topic. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have any other questions about anything whatsoever you saw here, how I use it, what my thoughts are on something. Any questions you have, please let me know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.